Have you ever wondered why losing $100 feels so much worse than finding $100 feels good? It's the same amount of money, right? But our brains just don't see it that way. This is a fascinating psychological quirk explained by something called prospect theory, developed by two brilliant psychologists, Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky. So, what is prospect theory? In simple terms, it's the idea that we make decisions based on potential gains and losses, not just the final outcome. And here's the kicker. We feel the pain of a loss about twice as strongly as the pleasure of an equivalent gain. That's why that lost $100 bill stings so much more than the joy you feel when you find one. Our brains are hardwired to be loss-averse. We'd rather avoid losing something we already have than gain something new of equal value. Let's break this down with a simple scenario. Imagine I offer you a choice. Option A, I give you a guaranteed $500, nice and easy. Option B, we flip a coin. If it's heads, you get $1,000. If it's tails, you get nothing. What would you choose? Most people, when faced with a potential gain, will choose the sure thing, the $500. We become risk-averse. We don't want to risk getting nothing, even if the potential reward is double. We prefer the certain smaller gain over the risky, larger one. Now let's flip the script. This time, you start with $1,000, but you have to make a choice. Option A, you are guaranteed to lose $500, leaving you with $500. Ouch. Option B, we flip a coin again. If it's heads, you lose nothing. If it's tails, you lose the entire $1,000. In this situation, something interesting happens. Most people suddenly become risk-seeking. They choose the coin flip. Why? Because the certainty of losing $500 is so painful that we're willing to gamble to avoid it, even if it means risking a much bigger loss. We'd rather take a 50-50 shot at losing nothing than accept a guaranteed smaller loss. This isn't just a fun thought experiment. It affects our real-life decisions every single day. Think about the stock market. Why do so many investors hold on to losing stocks for way too long? Prospect theory. They don't want to realize the loss by selling. It feels too painful. So they hold on, hoping the stock will bounce back, often making the loss even worse. On the flip side, they might sell winning stocks too early to lock in a small, certain gain, missing out on much bigger potential profits. They're avoiding the risk of the stock dropping and losing their gains. It also shows up in how we shop. Have you ever seen a buy one, get one free deal? That's playing on our love for gains. But what about a sign that says, limited time offer, don't miss out? That's targeting our fear of loss, the fear of missing out on a good deal. Marketers know that the fear of loss is a more powerful motivator than the promise of a gain. Even our daily habits are influenced by this. Why do we stick with a job we don't love? The fear of losing a steady paycheck, benefits, and the familiar routine can be more powerful than the potential gain of finding a more fulfilling career. The what if I can't find another job? Fear kicks in, and we become risk-averse. So how can we use this knowledge to make better decisions? The first step is simply awareness. By understanding that our brains are biased to hate losses, we can start to question our gut reactions. When you're faced with a tough choice, try to reframe it. Instead of thinking, I could lose this, think, what is the potential outcome if I do this versus if I don't? Try to look at the situation from a neutral, logical perspective, not just an emotional one. For example, with that losing stock, instead of thinking about the money you've already lost, ask yourself, if I had this cash today, would I buy this stock right now? If the answer is no, then it's probably time to sell and move on, regardless of the initial loss. This helps you break free from the emotional trap of loss aversion. Understanding prospect. Theory is like getting a user manual for your own brain. It helps you see the invisible forces that shape your choices, from your finances to your career. It explains why we act irrationally sometimes and gives us the tools to think more clearly and make smarter, more objective decisions. It's a powerful reminder that how a choice is presented to us, as a potential gain or a potential loss, can completely change how we react to it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this sheds some light on why we behave the way we do. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights into the fascinating world of our minds. See you in the next video.